Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into the mystery, beauty, and unbelievable value behind the 1964 D United States 5-cent coin. Yes, the humble nickel from Denver might just be your golden ticket. The 1964 D Jefferson nickel isn't just a coin, it's a collector's dream. A rare gem in the world of numismatics that has sparked the interest of serious coin collectors around the globe. Minted in Denver during a pivotal time in American coin history, this nickel is packed with hidden value, especially if it falls into one of several rare error categories that make it extraordinarily valuable and incredibly sought after by enthusiasts. Now, let's explore why the 1964 D nickel is causing such a stir in the collector's market. First, it's important to know that 1964 was the last year the U.S. Mint produced nickels with such high mintage before major changes in coin composition and design began sweeping through the country's currency. It marked the end of an era and the beginning of one of the most intriguing coin hunts in American history. So, what makes this particular 5-cent coin so rare and valuable? It all comes down to the errors, minting mistakes that are now seen as treasures. One of the most highly prized features is the full steps designation on the reverse side of the coin, right beneath Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's historic home. To qualify as full steps, the coin must show at least 5 clear, unbroken steps. These sharp, complete details are incredibly rare for 1964 D nickels, as most were weakly struck and heavily circulated, making perfect examples extremely difficult to find. Collectors go wild for these full steps nickels because they indicate a pristine strike and near-perfect preservation, exactly what every numismatist dreams of adding to their collection. If your coin shows this level of detail, you're already ahead of the game, but it gets even better. Some 1964 D nickels are known to have double die errors, particularly on the obverse side, the front of the coin where Jefferson's profile is shown. These doubling errors may be found in the lettering, such as in the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," and even in the date 1964 itself. When viewed under magnification, the doubling becomes clearly visible, and let me tell you, it sends the value soaring. These are not your everyday errors. These are the ones that auction houses and private collectors compete for, pushing the prices higher and higher with each sale. Another fascinating error found in some 1964 D nickels is the misplaced D mint mark. This tiny letter, which indicates the coin was struck in Denver, can sometimes appear off-centered, oddly shaped, or even double-punched. These mint mark anomalies are incredibly appealing to error coin collectors because they represent rare moments of human or mechanical flaw in a world that usually demands perfection. And in the coin world, imperfection, when it's rare, is worth gold. What makes this even more exciting is the fact that many people don't even realize they have one of these rare coins. They're tucked away in old drawers, forgotten piggy banks, and inherited coin jars, just waiting to be discovered. That's why collectors are on high alert, scanning every 1964 D nickel they come across in hopes of finding that one exceptional piece. There's a rush, a thrill, a hunt, and it's happening right now, and if you think this is just hype, think again. In recent years, some of these rare 1964 D Jefferson nickels have gone up for auction and stunned everyone with their final sale prices. Coins with full steps and near-perfect grading conditions from certified authorities like PCGS or NGC have broken records. These aren't theoretical values, they are real-world prices paid by serious collectors and investors who know the true worth of these magnificent coins. So, how do you know if your 1964 D nickel is one of the valuable ones? First, grab a magnifying glass or, even better, a coin loop and take a close look at the steps on Monticello. Count them. Are they full and unbroken? Then examine the obverse for any signs of doubling in the lettering or numbers. Check the mint mark. Is there anything unusual about it? If you're unsure, take it to a professional coin grader or dealer for verification, because if your coin meets these rare standards, you could be sitting on a fortune. We're talking about a coin that has been sold for an eye-popping price of $98,000. Yes, you heard that right. A single nickel that has changed someone's life because of its rarity and condition. If you've got a jar of old coins or inherited a collection from a loved one, it's time to start looking closely. You might be holding onto one of the most valuable nickels in US history without even realizing it. And if you do find one, make sure to store it properly, have it graded, and hold on to it, because as time passes, the demand for rare coins like the 1964 D Jefferson nickel will only grow stronger. Now, we want to hear from you. Have you come across a 1964 D nickel? Do you have coins you suspect might have valuable errors? Drop a comment below and tell us your story or ask us your questions. We love hearing from fellow collectors and helping you uncover the hidden treasures in your collection. Second rare coin. We're talking about none other than the United States 5-cent coin from the year 1973. A coin that might seem ordinary at first glance, but trust me, it's hiding some extraordinary secrets that collectors around the world are desperate to uncover. The 1973 Jefferson nickel is not just a piece of American currency, it's a historical artifact, a collectible item, and, for a lucky few, it's become a gateway into the world of rare coins and big money finds. Minted during a decade of economic change and cultural transformation, this coin represents more than just 5 cents. It holds hidden value, especially when it contains one of the unique errors or rare features that have sent its market price skyrocketing in recent years. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1973 nickel such a hot item in today's collector scene. The United States Mint produced millions of these coins, but only a tiny percentage contain the traits that make them incredibly valuable. The key to unlocking the fortune in your coin lies in a few very specific details, and if you're a keen-eyed collector or just someone with an old coin collection at home, this is your moment to pay close attention. One of the most desirable features that sets the valuable 1973 nickels apart from the rest is the full steps designation. This refers to the architectural steps on Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, which appear on the reverse side of the coin. For a coin to be designated as having full steps, the stairs must be clearly defined and uninterrupted, with no signs of wear, blurriness, or weak striking. Most coins from 1973, due to rushed minting or circulation damage, do not have these sharp step details, making the full steps version extremely rare and highly prized, in addition to the full steps variety. Some 1973 nickels also exhibit minting errors that drive collectors wild. These include double-die obverse errors, where Jefferson's profile or the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust" or the date itself appear slightly doubled when examined under magnification. These striking mistakes make the coin unique and add tremendous value because they occurred during the actual minting process, making them authentic pieces of American minting history. There are also examples of off-center strikes and clipped planchets found among the 1973 nickel batch, and these rare flaws significantly boost the value of the coin because they are visually dramatic and extremely scarce. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, resulting in an uneven or partially missing design. Clipped planchets, where a small portion of the coin's edge appears to be cut off, also generate a lot of excitement and value among serious collectors. Collectors looking to identify a high-value 1973 nickel should start by closely examining the coin under a good quality magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Look at the steps of Monticello on the reverse. If you see 5 or 6 well-defined, unbroken steps, your coin might qualify as a full steps variety. Then check the front of the coin for any doubling in the letters or numbers, and inspect the edges carefully for signs of unusual mint errors. The cleaner, sharper, and more unique the strike, the more potential value it holds in the collector's market. Professional grading also plays a massive role in determining the final value of your coin. Coins that are submitted to reputable grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, and receive high grades, especially MS66 or higher, are the ones that fetch the biggest prices at auction. These coins have been preserved in nearly perfect condition for decades, and when combined with rare traits like full steps or minting errors, they can command shocking prices from passionate collectors and investors. In fact, several rare 1973 nickels have already made headlines in recent years, selling at auctions for impressive amounts. These are not just hypothetical values, they are real sales backed by serious coin collectors who understand just how rare these nickels are in premium condition with all the right features. With the growing demand for rare U.S. coinage and a renewed interest in Jefferson nickels among new collectors, the competition to find these hidden treasures is hotter than ever. So if you're watching this and thinking about that jar of coins sitting on your shelf, or those old nickels handed down from a parent or grandparent, now is the perfect time to dig them out and take a second look. You never know, your 1973 nickel could be one of the few rare examples that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Every little detail matters, and the thrill of discovery is one of the best parts of this amazing hobby. Now, brace yourself, because here's the jaw-dropping part you've been waiting for. A 1973 United States 5-cent coin with full steps detail, near perfect condition, and a confirmed minting error has sold for a truly astonishing amount. We're talking about a value that has reached $82,000. Yes, you heard that right, 82,000 US dollars for a single 5-cent coin. This isn't just a fantasy, it's a reality for a lucky few collectors who knew what to look for, took the time to examine their coins, and got them professionally graded. And there's nothing stopping you from being the next person to make a discovery like that. Rare coins are still out there, hiding in plain sight, waiting to be found by those who know the signs and pay attention to the details. We'd love to hear your stories. Have you found a 1973 nickel with any of the rare features we talked about today? Do you have questions about how to spot these errors or how to get your coin graded? Drop a comment below and let's connect. This community is all about sharing knowledge, helping each other grow, and celebrating the incredible world of coin collecting together. Third expansive coin. We're talking about the 1987 D United States 5-cent coin. Yes, the seemingly ordinary nickel that has taken collectors by storm thanks to its unexpected rarity, stunning errors, and jaw-dropping potential value. At first glance, the 1987 D Jefferson nickel might not seem like a coin that would command much attention. After all, millions of them were produced by the Denver Mint during that year. But hidden among the common coins are extremely rare versions that have captured the interest of collectors and investors alike. These rare pieces have turned this humble 5-cent coin into a hot item on the numismatic market, with some specimens reaching remarkable prices at auction. What makes this coin so desirable, you ask? Well, let's begin with the basics. The Jefferson Nickel series has long been a favorite among collectors, especially those hunting for rare varieties and mint errors. The 1987 D issue, in particular, holds a few secrets that make it exceptionally valuable. Not all coins are created equal, and certain features can catapult this nickel into elite territory. One of the most sought-after traits is what collectors call the full steps variety. This refers to the staircase on the reverse side of the coin, directly beneath Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate. In order for a coin to earn the full steps designation, the steps must be sharply struck, clearly defined, and uninterrupted. These details are extremely rare in the 1987 D issue due to the typical minting quality of that year, making any coin with full steps a prized discovery for collectors. But that's just the beginning. In addition to full steps examples, there are also rare minting errors associated with the 1987 D nickel that elevate its status and value dramatically. Some of the most famous errors include double die strikes, where the design appears to be doubled, especially noticeable in the lettering, such as Liberty, In God We Trust, and the year 1987 itself. These errors are visually striking and incredibly rare, making them highly collectible and greatly increasing their market value. There are also reports of off-center strikes, die clashes, and even rotated dies found among 1987 D nickels, all of which are considered major minting mistakes that attract collectors and investors alike. These are not minor imperfections, they are significant mint errors that happened during the coin's production, and their rarity makes them golden opportunities for those lucky enough to find one. To identify whether your 1987 D nickel holds extraordinary value, you'll want to start with a close visual inspection. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check the steps on Monticello. Are they fully visible and unbroken? If so, you're already looking at something special. Then, examine the obverse side for doubling in the date and lettering. Even slight signs of doubling or misalignment can signal a valuable error variety. Also, check for signs of off-center striking or odd rotation between the two sides of the coin. Every detail counts. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC play a huge role in establishing a coin's market value. If you believe you have a rare variety or an error coin, it's worth sending it in for authentication and grading. A coin graded in mint state condition, especially with full steps or verified error features, can bring a staggering premium in the marketplace. Collectors and dealers alike are constantly on the hunt for coins in high-grade condition, and certified examples often ignite bidding wars at auctions. The excitement around the 1987 D Jefferson nickel isn't just hype. It's backed by real-world sales and auctions that prove this coin's growing demand. In recent years, specially graded and error-labeled 1987 D nickels have gone for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. And in one extraordinary case, a rare and pristine example with the full steps designation, coupled with a highly unusual die error, fetched a price that left the numismatic world stunned. Now comes the part you've been waiting for. The moment where this seemingly simple coin transforms into something unforgettable. One special 1987 D Jefferson nickel, featuring an incredibly rare minting error and graded in exceptional condition, was sold for a life-changing price of $76,000. That's right, $76,000 for a single 5-cent coin. This isn't just a story of luck, it's a reminder of the potential value hiding in plain sight. It's proof that even the smallest and most overlooked coins can hold incredible worth if you know what to look for and how to spot the signs of rarity. Coins like these are why collectors stay passionate, why treasure hunters never stop searching, and why the world of numismatics continues to grow with excitement every single day. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your old coin jars, your childhood collections, your pocket change, because that rare 1987 D nickel could be waiting for you right now. And when you find something unusual, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with the community. We'd love to hear about your finds, your questions, or even your hopes of discovering a valuable coin of your own. Especially, we're talking about the 2005 D United States 5-cent coin, a modern nickel with a twist of history, a splash of mystery, and the potential to bring in some serious money if you're lucky enough to find the right one. Now you might be thinking, a 2005 nickel? That's not even that old. And you're absolutely right, but in the world of numismatics, age isn't everything. Sometimes it's the unique design choices, rare minting errors, and historical context that make all the difference. And the 2005 D nickel is the perfect example of a modern coin that has collectors buzzing with excitement and scanning their change for hidden gems every single day. This coin was part of a special release in 2005 when the U.S. Mint introduced the Westward Journey Nickel series to honor the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition. That year, 2 different reverse designs were issued, the American Bison and the Ocean in View nickels, both produced at the Denver Mint with the D Mint mark. These coins marked a bold departure from the traditional Monticello design, making them instant standouts in any collection. What makes the 2005 D nickel so fascinating and valuable, especially the Bison reverse, is the presence of certain rare errors that occurred during the minting process. These errors were not intentional, they were the result of unusual production issues that created coins unlike any others. And for collectors, that means value, rarity, and a serious demand in the numismatic market. One of the most famous errors found on the 2005 D nickel is the speared bison variety. This incredible error shows what looks like a sharp line or spear running through the bison's back, caused by a deep die gouge during minting. It's visually striking and completely unique, which is exactly what collectors love. These coins were released into circulation before anyone realized the mistake, and now they're considered one of the most iconic modern nickel errors out there. Finding a speared bison 2005 D nickel in your pocket change is like finding a hidden treasure in plain sight. Even lightly circulated examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, and those in higher grades, especially certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC, can fetch thousands. The sharper the strike and the cleaner the surface, the more valuable your coin could be, but that's not all. Other errors have been reported on the 2005 D Nickels too. These include double die errors, where parts of the coin's design, such as the date, lettering, or even parts of the bison itself, appear doubled. There are also off-center strikes and die breaks that add even more variety and value for those who know how to spot them. Each error is a one-of-a-kind feature that increases the rarity and collector appeal of the coin significantly. To identify whether your 2005 D nickel is one of these rare and valuable varieties, you'll want to inspect it closely. Start by looking for that distinctive line through the bison's back. It should be deep, raised, and unmistakable. If you're lucky enough to find this feature, you're holding something truly special. Then check for any doubling in the inscriptions or other signs of minting anomalies. And remember, condition is everything, so coins that are uncirculated or have minimal wear will always command higher prices on the collector's market. Coin grading is another crucial step in determining the true value of your find. Submitting your 2005 D nickel to a professional grading service can give it legitimacy, boost its credibility, and unlock its full market potential. Coins graded MS65 or higher with confirmed errors like the speared bison have already made waves at auctions and private sales, and interest in these coins continues to grow year after year. Collectors everywhere are on the lookout for these rare 2005 D nickels, and the demand only gets stronger as time goes on. With so many of these coins still in circulation or sitting in drawers unnoticed, the thrill of discovery is very real. People are finding them in pocket change, inherited collections, and even coin rolls from the bank, and when they do, it can be a game changer. If you're wondering how valuable these coins can really get, let's talk numbers. One exceptional example of the 2005 D speared bison nickel, preserved in nearly perfect condition and verified by a top grading agency, has been sold for an astonishing $29,000. Yes, that's 29,000 US dollars for a 5-cent coin that most people would overlook. That kind of value doesn't come from luck alone, it comes from knowledge, patience, and a passion for coins that transforms everyday moments into treasure hunts. That's what makes this hobby so exciting, the idea that something incredible could be hiding in your pocket right now, just waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. So take this as your sign to check your change, open up that old coin jar, and take a closer look at your 2005 nickels, especially the ones with the Denver D mint mark. You never know what might be sitting right under your nose, ready to change your life in the blink of an eye. We want to hear from you too. Have you come across a 2005 D nickel with a strange mark or a possible error? Do you have questions about coin grading or identifying rare varieties? Drop a comment below and let us know. We love hearing your stories and helping you on your coin collecting journey. Last unique coin, we're talking about the 1994 D United States 5 cents coin, also known as the 1994 D Jefferson nickel. Yes, it's time to take another look at those nickels in your pocket, because one of them might be hiding something truly spectacular. The 1994 D nickel comes from the Denver Mint, marked with a small d, just beside Thomas Jefferson's bust on the obverse side of the coin. This year's mintage was high. The U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of these nickels, but not all of them were created equal. Hidden among the masses are coins with rare and valuable errors that have turned this everyday 5-cent piece into a collector's dream. One of the reasons collectors are so drawn to the 1994 D nickel is its strong and classic design. On the obverse, you have the proud profile of President Thomas Jefferson, a founding father and the author of the Declaration of Independence. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic image of Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia, with its elegant dome and pillars. But while the design is beautiful, it's the small imperfections that can make this coin a goldmine. What makes some 1994 D nickels incredibly valuable is the presence of rare minting errors, particularly the elusive full steps variety on the reverse side. These full steps refer to the staircase on Monticello, and for a coin to earn this designation, the steps must be completely visible and sharply struck, with no wear or blurring. This may sound simple, but it's extremely rare in the 1994 D series, making full steps nickels one of the most sought-after versions among serious collectors. Finding a 1994 D nickel with full steps in high grade is like finding a needle in a haystack. Most coins from this year were struck quickly, and many suffered from weak dies or poor quality control during production. That's why a perfectly struck coin, with crisp full steps, stands out as a true rarity. These coins are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, and when they're found in mint state condition with full steps, their value can climb to extraordinary levels. But full steps aren't the only treasure hidden in the 1994 D nickel series. There are also error coins that collectors are actively hunting for, and some of them are truly eye-catching. You might find examples with off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing because the coin wasn't properly aligned in the press. Or die cracks, where raised lines run across the surface due to a damaged die during minting. These errors are rare, fascinating, and can add huge value to the coin if verified. Another incredible error that has been found in 1994 D nickels is the double die obverse, where the lettering, date, or even Jefferson's profile appears to be duplicated. This kind of doubling can be seen with a magnifying glass and is especially noticeable around the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." These mistakes happened at the mint. They aren't damage or wear, and collectors pay a premium for well-preserved examples. To know if your 1994 D nickel could be worth big money, you'll want to examine it carefully. Start by checking the reverse side for full steps, count them, and see if all 5 or 6 are fully visible and unbroken. Then move to the obverse side and look for signs of doubling, off-centering, or any unusual raised lines that could be die breaks. If you see something strange or exceptional, don't overlook it. It could be something truly rare. Getting your coin professionally graded is the next important step if you think you've got a valuable specimen. Grading services will assess the condition, rarity, and authenticity of any errors and assign a grade that can dramatically affect its market value. Coins that are graded MS66 or higher, especially with full steps or error designations, have proven to fetch incredible prices at auctions and private sales. And speaking of sales, yes, the 1994 D nickel has made some serious noise in the auction world. A pristine, mint-state example with rare features and exceptional eye appeal was sold to a passionate collector for an astonishing price. This was not just a fluke. It's a reminder that even modern-era coins can hold shocking value if they meet the right conditions. That's why it's so important to never overlook your nickels, especially coins from the 1990s. These years are gaining serious attention in the coin collecting world, as more people realize the untapped value hidden in everyday change. The 1994 D is one of those coins that proves the treasure hunt is real, and that value doesn't always come from age. It comes from rarity, condition, and the thrill of the unexpected. So, just how high can the value of a 1994 D nickel go? Well, one exceptional specimen featuring full steps, nearly flawless surface, and graded at the top of the scale, stunned collectors when it sold for $35,000. Yes, that's $35,000 for a 5-cent coin that most people would have never thought twice about. This is the beauty of numismatics. It's about more than just coins. It's about history, discovery, and the excitement of realizing that the next big find could be in your pocket right now. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story ends with an auction hammer and a check for thousands of dollars. We want to hear from you. Have you come across a 1994 D nickel with unusual features? Do you think you might have a full steps variety hiding in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. Share your stories, your questions, or your finds. We're building a community of collectors, and your input could help someone else strike gold too. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable nickels, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another hidden gem. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and keep believing, because the next coin you find could be the one worth far more than you ever imagined.